morning and welcome back to my channel. It is Tuesday, Veterans Day, so we actually got to have a later start this morning, which was really nice. There's no school today. It is frigid here in Florida, 48 degrees. Luckily, we did not have to run this morning, so that is a plus. It's now currently 62 here inside the garage, so not too bad. We should be okay. I will be running in shorts until further notice. I do not like pants. If you know me, you know I hate to work out in pants. I don't like extra clothing or material. I'm sure you've noticed by now, I do the majority of my workouts in a sports bra and shorts. So I will be in shorts until further notice. We are now in week 10, and last night I actually decided the color scheme that I will be going with for my outfit for the marathon, which is very early for me. 8 weeks out is very early. Now, will I move forward and order it with time is another story. We've got 8 Generarobic miles today. We did not do anything yesterday. We took a full recovery and rest day on Monday, and I have zero regrets. Garmin was even nice enough to tell me that I am doing a great job. So that's a plus. That's pretty much it. We've got 8 Generarobic miles. I have already eaten my waffle and had a little pre-workout to get me through these 8 miles, because these slower miles tend to be harder mentally just because it takes so much longer to get through them, especially on the treadmill. Tomorrow we've got a fun one. We've got one I have not done yet. We have a VO2 max with 5 by 800 meters, so that's gonna be fun. We'll see how that goes. I think that's pretty much it. We had a lot going on last weekend. Oh, so I had mentioned the shirts in my previous video of my wine and dine recap. This was the shirts before Brooks took them over. The only thing I am happy about Brooks did differently is that they did away with the V-neck for the women's cut. So now everybody has a round collar, which I absolutely love. I'm not a fan of the V-neck, but I do enjoy the looser fit. So I kind of wish Brooks would do that instead, but beggars can't be choosers. So I do like my Run Disney shirts, especially when it is 48 degrees outside. All right, I'm done yapping. We've got 8 miles to run. I will see you guys later. All right, so the shirt didn't even last the first mile. I was sweating, I think, before even the first half mile, first 800 meters. I don't know, but it came off really quick. It was okay. It felt very long, super easy, but just very long and like mentally exhausting. It's just these long runs that are Generarobic or your easy long runs, like your Sunday or weekend long runs, are just so hard mentally. It's all a mental game, and if you can get past that, that's where you're going to strive, because running a full marathon is mentally hard. Yes, it's physically hard when obviously you have a pace or a certain goal time that you want to hit, but mentally it is the hardest part, because pushing through those last 6 to 10 miles are probably the hardest. Having done 20 miles and knowing that you still have a 10K, and this is where you need to really pull from everywhere, give it everything you've got, is probably the hardest part. Also, I was wearing the shirt, so I didn't put on any Body Glide, and ouch! I am pretty sure my armpit does not look pretty because it is on fire right now. So I'm gonna go lube it up now and go have some breakfast. I'll talk to you guys later. had another late start. There was school today, but my son had a field trip that he did not want to go on, so he is home today, which was good for me because we have another frigid day in Florida and I didn't have to start in the 40s. So the gym is reading again 63 degrees. I'm not made for this. I'm not made for this. I don't like being frozen. I like comfortable. I want to be cold. Cold is nice. Cold feels good during a run, but not freezing. So anyways, we have 8 miles again today, and it is the VO2 max. So we have 5 by 800 meters at 5K pace. I kind of want to compare Runna to P-Fits really quick. So this is my first time doing this style workout with P-Fits. My husband, who at the very, very beginning, if you saw video 1, is following a Runna plan, has been doing this style run for a very long time already. They started him with rolling 400s, so basically 400 meters at like a 5K pace. Then they went up to 800 meters, then he went up to 1,000 meters, and now he's already at miles. So he's doing 1 mile at a time at a 5K pace. So P-Fits is very different because he started this, again, weeks ago, and P-Fits has me just starting 800 meters at a 5K pace. We've obviously done speed work, but the only thing we've really done is strides, 100 meter strides. So, holding for 100 and holding for 800 is a very big difference. So we shall see how that goes. Hopefully it goes well. My predicted pace is 7:45 to an 8-minute pace for 800 meters. And then there is a 50 to 90% interval jog in between. So we shall see. Hopefully we can recover enough in between each one to hit it again at 7:45. My goal is to do 7:45. I will try and hold 7:45 for as long as possible. This is to help build your general aerobic with the VO2 max. So that's what we're gonna do today. We're going to challenge ourselves. As much as this is going to suck, I can guarantee it won't suck as much as yesterday's, because yesterday, that steady state for 8 miles is just so boring and so tedious. Today will go by a lot quicker, being that we are running so much faster and we will be huffing and puffing. So let's go run 8 miles. Hi, happy Thursday. Yesterday on my run, I believe I forgot to record during my run, so there's that. We've also waited till the very last possible minute to get in our 5-mile recovery run. It's just a recovery run. That's what I always tell myself. It's only 5 miles. So let's wait until the very last minute before I have to go get my son to get them in. Why? Make that make sense for me. So we've taken our pre-workout. We've got 5 recovery miles on deck. I'm gonna try and get in as many as possible. It's looking like it'll probably be more like 4, but honestly, I'm okay with that. Tomorrow we have leg day, and then we've got a run on Saturday and Sunday. Sunday we have a fun little adventure, so I don't think I will be doing my long run on Sunday. I think I'm going to be doing my long run on Saturday, and then Saturday's run will probably get pushed till Monday. So we really just stacked our runs this week, unfortunately. That's just kind of how it fell. But we have a fun thing planned on Sunday, so I hate to do that to you guys. I'm sure once this is posted, you will have already known what we're doing on Sunday, so it's not that big of a deal. But yeah, we've got 5 miles to run. I will see you guys when I'm done. Good afternoon, guys. It is still week 10 of marathon training. I feel like I have been failing you guys in these videos for the last 3 weeks. I want to say weeks 8, 9, and 10, unfortunately. I have been hitting all my runs. I have been hitting the majority of my lifts. So this week I did not hit any lifts after saying that. But today is leg day and we are going to hit leg day. So that is my promise to myself and you. I will bring you guys along for leg day, I promise, even if it's just a few snippets here and there. Probably going to be doing a little bit of the same stuff. Some squats, glute bridges. Since I didn't have a pull day, we'll be doing deadlifts. Maybe throw in some lunges. We gotta keep the quads and the hamstrings strong and the glutes because we need strong legs to be putting in these miles. This week seems a bit less in the miles. I think we hit 43 miles this week. Our long run is 14 miles. We will be doing our long run tomorrow on the treadmill before work. So we'll see how that goes. With that being said, we are not actually doing 43 miles. I just remembered because we have 8 miles tomorrow and then 14 on Sunday, and it doesn't look like we'll be fitting in those 8 miles. I'm not running the 8 miles today after leg day or before leg day because we don't want to run the risk of injury. On the note of being smart runners, we've got leg day to do. I'm going to eat some lunch and then probably hit leg day after I pick up my son. Also on that note, I did not run before picking up my son yesterday. It didn't actually happen until way later after I even clocked out from work. So yeah, it was like a 6 p.m. treadmill run, and then we jumped off the treadmill and headed over to my son's best friend's baseball game. And then came home at like 8 o'clock and got ready for bed and went to bed. So that's what I get for waiting till the end of the day. We're not doing that today. So we're going to eat lunch, do our leg day, and then hopefully go get my son after that. Or pick my son up and then do our leg day. But regardless, we're not doing it at 6 p.m. I'll talk to you guys later. If I'm not in the gym next time I see you, please come get me. Good morning, you guys. I am in the gym. It is not the same day. It is 4:30 a.m. Saturday morning. I have exactly 2.5 hours to get 14 gen aerobic miles in before I have to be in the shower to get to work. I did not end up doing legs yesterday. Do I regret it? Yes, because it is definitely an important part of marathon training. But at the same time, I'm not going to regret a workout that didn't get done unless it's part of marathon training, specifically as far as my runs go. So we've got 14 miles, very little time to get it done. We will not be doing the 8 miles with speed work that was technically meant for today. I was going to switch it over for tomorrow, but since we have that little day trip planned, it will not be happening. And I'm not going to beat myself up about it because I do that enough for other things. So I'm sitting here telling you guys, do not beat yourself up for living your normal life during marathon training, missing some runs. Obviously, we want to get in as many as possible. Don't make it a habit, but it's okay. We will survive. We will make it to the finish line. I've got 14 miles to run. I'll see you guys when we're done. We are done. I did not want to do that at all. Lots of walking breaks, probably for the last 5 miles, but it's done. We did it, and that's all that matters. I'm not as proud of this run as I was last Sunday, but that's okay. On to the next one, right? I'm just happy it's done. I don't know why 14 miles on the treadmill feels 10 times longer than 14 miles outside. I mean, I was watching shows, I was entertained, but I was literally counting down the miles. So it felt very long. Well, it's behind us, we are done, and I will talk to you guys later. All right, guys, we are closing out on week 10. I know I keep promising you guys some riveting information or some brand new exciting video for the following week, and unfortunately, they just keep ending up being pretty much the same. We missed, this week we only missed 8 miles. I know it sounds like a lot, but with the 10% increase, it's really not too bad. We did include, in those 8 miles was supposed to be some speed work. I did include those in my 13 miles yesterday. So with that being said, I'm not too upset about missing those 8 miles because we did do the speed work regardless. This coming week, for week 11, we have 20 miles on Sunday. I think it's 55 total miles. So we're going to cut back on each of those days just a little bit because we only want to hit about 43 to 45 miles, again, with that 10% increase. I think that's pretty much it. We have not touched any weights in probably about a week, if not 10 days. So come Monday morning, we will be hitting our push day. Mark my words, we've got push scheduled for Monday and I'm going to pick up a weight. Today we decorated for Christmas, so that was fun. We did decorate the outside of the house. This coming weekend, we're going to decorate the inside because we are hosting Thanksgiving the following week. So that's exciting. I'm still working on some good ideas for you guys. I'm so sorry about these videos just kind of being the same, but once you get into that routine of marathon training and you know what works for fuel, you know what works for your schedule, it really does kind of get pretty monotonous. So I promise I will show up with something better eventually. Something good is coming, I promise. But I'm just happy that we're getting our miles in. We're feeling good. We feel strong. We're doing some of our physical therapy, not as good as we were doing a couple weeks ago, but we're still getting it in. I promise. We're doing all the things so that we can feel our strongest. On that note, this week was very draining. I felt very weak, very tired. I feel like something is coming on, but I'm trying to ignore it. So I'm just trying not to speak it into existence. And, as we know, we do not have time for sickness. So we've got those long miles are coming into play. Like I said, we have 20 miles at the end of week 11. So we don't have time for that. We don't have time to be down and feeling like this. I'm definitely doing everything I can in my power to avoid any type of sickness. And we're going to continue to do that so we can be strong for the end of our training cycle. I will talk to you guys later. I will see you Monday morning, bright and early, so that we can get our push day in and start week 11 on the right foot. We are closing out week 10. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.